It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good one here in the AFC, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the L.A. Chargers. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by one of the brightest young stars in the NFL, a fourth-year pro out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn the status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Let's go. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Looking Austin Eckler's way. And right away, he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. Facing a 2nd and 3, ball on the 10. To the right side, this is Edwards. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you to the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And the Ravens are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
Run! 5-9, 5-9. Set.
Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
He was brought down by Michael Davis from the 31. Here's a 2nd and 9. A give for Edwards running right. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
3rd and goal, Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A great play there. Laying himself out in the end zone. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And nothing to speak of there after the catch as they get him right to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line.
Some people playing defense in this one. There's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. Now it's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Chargers, nothing. Justin Tucker is the kickoff in Baltimore.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
21-0 our score after one. Charger football to start quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 42.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Chargers, 1st down.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got another one to Johnston. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Again, Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
That one caught by Allen. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Eckler, they run left side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Ready.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Donald Parham, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. This fielded right at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks to it.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Tucker's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Herbert now. A little short pass. This is Everett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. If you're going to blitz, you're likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
2nd and 10.
At the Ravens' 10-yard line.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll be out right at the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll run the toss here. Edwards. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Great effort by Derwin James on the stop. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball. So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now Jackson on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, deep.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to stretch out their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to start.
He's by himself, Keenan Allen. Now inside the 25, Keenan Allen, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 75 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Oh, this is blocked. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Baltimore's offense starting another drive. It's Gus Edwards at running back. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5. They go with Edwards left side. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Jackson. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot before the break for Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's going to be wrangled down quickly after the catch up at the 45-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman.
This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. But there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw caught by Flowers. Pushing his way through. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
They'll run here with Edwards. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Again, it'll be Edwards. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards, an 8-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Wide receiver Keenan Allen bringing out the rest of this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Go.
They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. And fights through one man. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here come the Ravens.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. They run once more with Edwards.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Here's Jackson to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Jackson on first down. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham from 10 yards out.
And the Ravens extend their lead yet again. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Chargers 19. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense.
2-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and 11.
Ready.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Fielded just inside the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down.
Powering forward.
89 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. To throw is Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. On the screen, this is Eckler. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone.
Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Dicker as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Here's Edwards again on second down. Stiff-armed him. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Jackson. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. This offense so far on third down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Now he's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Jackson now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right, he had touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth.
Tucker now to add the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Herbert on first down now. On the out route, he finds Johnston. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now it's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Hey, Opie. Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Let's go.
Here's Herbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Herbert. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chargers. Quentin Johnston, 26 yards. And the Chargers are able to at least get one score back. Extra point try now from Dicker. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab. On the return is Duvernay. And he returns this to the 22. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
You ain't going nowhere.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. And he is caught. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 43. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. They'll get 34 yards there.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. He will push his way down to about the 14. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Herbert. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And Eckler is going to pick up a Chargers 1st down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Flush to his right, and that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, at the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt, so he was clearly over the line.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. And that went to the right side and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top